Before we begin operations with decimals, it's important to have an understanding of the decimal number system that we work within. Each digit in this number here occupies a different place value in our number system. We'll start in the middle to the left of the decimal point. The 5 is in the ones place and is worth 5. The 4 is in the tens place and is worth 40. The 3 is in the hundreds place and is worth 300. The 2 is in the thousands place and is worth 2,000. The 1 is in the 10,000ths place and is worth 10,000. To the right of the decimal point, the 6 is in the tenths place and is worth 6/10. The 7 is in the 100ths place and is worth 7/100ths. The 8 is in the thousandths place and is worth 8,000ths. The 9 is in the 10,000ths place and is worth 9/10,000ths. The numbers to the left of the decimal point really are noted by the place that they are in, followed by the letter S. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. The numbers to the right of the decimal point are noted by the number and then a THS after them. So 6 is in the tenths place, 7 is in the hundredths place, 8 is the thousandths place, and 9 is in the 10,000ths place. Please be careful not to mistake these for one another. When we're looking at digits and numbers like these, it's important to be able to pronounce them based on the place value above. So if we were to write this number out in words, the decimal point would be the word and. So this would be 3 and 98 hundredths. Notice how the place that we refer to is the one that occupies the last digit to the right. So the decimal portion here is 98. The 8 is in the hundredths place, so we would say this is 98 hundredths. The 3 represents the ones in the ones place, so we would just pronounce it as 3. And the decimal point is the word and. 3 and 98 hundredths. 0 and 78 hundredths. You may also say 100ths, but I like to use just the digit itself, followed by the place value, and being sure to add the THS if it's to the right of the decimal point. We would also need to look at numbers that are larger than ones and zeros. So this is 541 and 184 thousandths. 541, not 541. The and is only reserved for the decimal point. To determine how to pronounce this, we would go tenths, hundredths, thousandths. The 4 needs to be in the thousandths place, so this is 184 thousandths. 541 and 184 thousandths. Here, to pronounce this, you might want to look at the decimal first. Tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths. So I have 4 10,000ths. So this would be 20 and 4 10,000ths. Lastly, we would have to write out a number in decimals that is written in words. Remember, the word and is your decimal point. So 8 and 4 tenths, the tenths place is immediately to the right of the decimal point. So this is 8 and 4 tenths. Many of us will just say this is 8.4, but in this unit, we're going to need to be able to write the numbers in words and turn the words into numbers. So please be careful to pronounce this properly. 8 and 4 tenths. Here, we'll use the same logic. We have 1 and, that means a decimal point, 32 10,000ths. The last digit, just like up here, the 2 needs to be in the 10,000ths place. So I have tenths, hundredths, thousandths, and then 10,000ths. But since it's 32, the 3 is going to go in the place to the left. If we were to check this by pronouncing this number, we would say this is in the tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths. How many 10,000ths do we have? Well, there's 2 in the 10,000ths column, so that means we have 32 ten thousandths. 1 and 32 ten thousandths.